Hi, it's Saturday night, the 16th of January, and day 16 of 2021. Today's Living the Dream experience was enjoying a day of playoffs for the NFL. I usually don't follow it during the normal season, not too much anyway, but I do like a couple of the teams this year, and so I broke away from my office at noon to have lunch and then to spend the rest of the day watching the two playoff games. I'm thinking someday I will buy tickets and go to the Super Bowl. I'll have that on my bucket list, and I have to set that goal soon and make it be a part of my vision. That's what a vision is all the goal pieces that are all the goals you have. These kind of dreams are what you call the upper end of living the dream experiences, right? My power statement for this morning said I'm going to replace my YouTube focus group video with my new one. Once I connect with Tanya, she can show me how to do it without having to start a whole brand new ad. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Hopefully I'll hear from her early this next week, maybe after the holiday on Monday. And I think by then I will have heard from Croy as well, and at least I'm hoping that, and then I'll be off to the races. Here's my to-do list that I had for today. Right here, Saturday, not very long, all done, checked off, bam. Anyhow, my number one most important task for today was to take what I thought about and wrote down yesterday for the test Zoom call and my questions and type them all out. And here's what I did. Right here. They're all typed and ready to go. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be fun. Like I said, I wrote them all out yesterday, but I wanted to have it all typed down nice and easy to read when I go through them with everyone that's on the call. So I'm excited about that. My fun task for today was, of course, taking the rest of the day to play, or I guess I would call it becoming a couch potato, and watching those two football games and relaxing with Kathleen. Yep. She watched most of the two games with me. I don't think she loves to watch football that much, but she does love to ask me who I'm rooting for when a game comes on that she's watching with me. And then she says, okay, I'm going to root for the other team. She likes creating a little bit of a contest out of it. Sometimes she even wants to bet me for a pie if I win and for a nice big basket of fruit berries if she wins. We don't bet too often for these games, but when we do, it gets competitive. I'll tell you that, but that's fun. And my exciting task for today was to check all my emails and text messages and Gmail accounts once again before I started my fun in the afternoon to see who contacted me or left messages. I guess it was okay to take a break because I didn't get any really important message today. Next, my end of the day success routine question says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? 7 o'clock for Saturday morning, I did. Did you start your morning with power? Win the morning, win the day. Cold water on the face. Made my bed, went down and read, win the morning, win the day, did my exercises, all of it. Were you productive throughout your day? Half a day? Absolutely. And I got the most important 3 things done. So those pieces went through the portal of my mind and manifested in the world of the physical and moved my goals forward. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be? I did. We had a little fun game contest going on there with Kathy and I, and she was there for me and I was there for her. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, this morning I promised myself that I would check my task list and finish all of the 3 important tasks before I stopped for the rest of the day, and I kept that promise. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any instant replay movies that called up onto the screen of your mind? Well, besides watching my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, I watched an instant pre-play movie about my family and friends jumping on my test Zoom call that I want to do next week. I imagine it in my mind as though I already have it done. I'm wanting to practice and make sure that I really am ready for when I do my first coaching call on Zoom. I want to make sure I know how to set it all up and how the Zoom call settings are set up correctly and do it over and over and over. Practice, practice, practice before I have a live coaching call. I want it to go smoothly. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better tomorrow? Even if the day goes sideways getting it done, I'd still feel like a success. What would that one thing be? Well, the one thing I can improve on going forward, which I wrote down as my power statement for tomorrow, said this. I will focus on reprioritizing my to-do list every morning so that I am doing the most important tasks that need to get done for that day. Period. I have felt that it is important that I select the top most important tasks and make sure I get them done first, and at least those that I have control over, and make them the priority for the day. When I do that, I feel I will have set the day for success and be a successful day. The next question of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that you may have made today that I can turn into a tool of success? Well, today was a good day because I didn't work on anything that I could fail at least I didn't think so. As far as with Kathleen, maybe failing with her in our relationship, I don't think I did anything bad there, make any mistakes or failed with that. So it was a great day today. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was connecting with Kathleen and enjoying the afternoon and evening with her. She doesn't have to go to work on Mondays because of the holidays, so she has a 3-day weekend, and I thought it would be nice to focus on enjoying some fun time with her on all 3 days, starting with today. My next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I gave today effort a 10. I worked at the speed of 10 for the morning, and then I played at the speed of 10 for the rest of the day, and so I gave today an all-around 10. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, ask yourself these questions and be honest with yourself. Choose someone you respect and admire and that you think has accomplished great things, and ask yourself, what does he or she have that you don't have, besides a better job or a lot of money? If you compare yourself to this person and 4 other more like it, how do you think you compare to them in intelligence? Do they excel in the brain department? Do they have you beat on education, on integrity, or on personal habits? Do they have a greater sense of initiative than you? Maybe with that last one, we can all check ourselves and admit that maybe that point on our initiative strength, that we have to admit we come short on that one, and we fall short on it. Well, that's okay to think that, because now we can do something about it. These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the law of our old story, which says when we don't believe in our heart of hearts that we are worthy of very much due to the story we have collected over the years and told ourselves, and this old story becomes our weak point. It is what makes us hold back on exercising our initiative and releasing that plus factor within us. That old mapping, our old story, rules that we set for ourselves that aren't true. For some of us, this lack of belief in ourselves has dominated us ever since we can remember. It is how we have used our mind to work against ourselves. We even preach to ourselves as to why we can't and couldn't get ahead instead of why we could. It's called the selling ourselves short syndrome. It's also self-depreciating, which shows through in everything we do. The fact is, no one is going to believe in us until we believe in ourselves. It starts with us. So, starting right now, let's stop selling ourselves short, okay? This leads me to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the statement that says, believe in yourself and good things do start happening. Our minds are powerful. They are thought factories. They're busy factories producing countless thoughts in each and every hour of every day, and those thoughts are physical things. These factories are under the charge of 2 foremen, Mr. Triumph and Mr. Defeat. I'm sure you've guessed that Mr. Triumph is in charge of producing positive thoughts, and Mr. Defeat is in charge of producing negative, depreciating thoughts. Mr. Triumph specializes in producing reasons why you can, why you're qualified, why you will win, while Mr. Defeat is your expert in developing reasons why you can't, why you're weak, why you're inadequate. His specialty is the why you will fail chain of thoughts, or mapping, our old stories. I'm going to leave it there because I have a lot more to talk about it and I don't want to string this out. It's exciting. I'll be right back here tomorrow night doing another video journal, how my day went, what I'm thinking about and reading about and enjoying right now. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.